What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy-to-use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto. There we go. United States of America representing. Social communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light through everything?
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I'm the modern day Tony Stark. There we go. United States of America representing. Social communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light through everything?
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I'm the modern day Tony Stark. There we go. United States of America representing. Social communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light through everything?
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I'm the modern day Tony Stark. There we go. United States of America representing. Social communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light through everything?
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I'm the modern day Tony Stark. There we go. United States of America representing. Social communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light through everything?
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I'm the modern day Tony Stark. What's going on, guys? I'll go get a haircut tomorrow because my barber ain't in today. But welcome to the Breakdown, episode 762. That's the official number. Unofficially, I don't know. Thinking in the thousands. Sponsored by Midnight. Midnight. Shout out to the ultimate privacy protocol that's building. Shout out to Charles and the rest of the team that is consistently building. Building. I know you guys don't know what building is. Building. We out here building. Polymarket.com, the official prediction market sponsor of the Breakdown. Cake Wallet. I put you on. I put a lot of people onto Cake Wallet. Shout out to Cake Wallet. Especially with what's happening with Cold Card. If you're not feeling secure right now, holding your stuff on cold storage, download Cake Wallet. Bitcoin, Monero, Litecoin, Zcash. You want to keep it safe? Get yourself Cake Wallet for the time being. Or maybe for the long term. Whatever you feel comfortable with. I use Cake Wallet, you should too. We're going to have the giveaway. The Monero giveaway. Maybe Bitcoin giveaway with Monero. So you better go ahead and get Monero so you can be a part of this contest. gmarkets.io. You know how it goes down. You want data? You want stats? You go to gmarkets.io. Gokhshtein.com is up for the latest news in crypto, in traditional finance, in politics, geopolitics, sports, whatever the subject is. You can go and dial in and support one of the greatest indie companies within or birthed within this goddamn space. I personally believe there is nobody. We went to work for months and months and months to design the site, to make sure it works, to deliver, and there's more coming. More products coming. It is going to be a goddamn fucking movie. Let's fucking go. I told you. Put my head down to build. Legacy on the line. Will he win? Will he not? I say I will. I bet on myself. Energy. 3,000 right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right to it. Shout out to TikTok. Shout out to TikTok. Shout out to everybody who comes through to support. We're going to push shit out. Something's coming. And if you're a content creator, you're going to want to contact me. By the way, speaking content creators and people who have products, GokhshteinPR.com, we're already getting hit up with emails contacting me because they understand. They understand that I've been here, done that, been here, done that, been through it all. So if there's somebody to dial up and call, you know, it's this man right here. That's right. Woo! And as I'm working here, multitasking, making sure things are working. Anyway, we got Clemente coming on at 12:45. Then we got Jenna, who represents the XRP community and others. We're going to talk shop when it comes to markets. If you don't know Clemente, man, this dude really puts out funny ass content, but he knows the markets. We're going to chop it up. And then we'll chop it up with Jenna also, who used to be a part of Gokhshtein Media in her infancy. And now is doing great things. It's fucking great to see. Let's bring in the guy who does horoscopes with men. Let's bring him in. Let's add him to the stream. Hello, Landy. How's it going?
Well, I'm doing fantastic this fine morning out here on the West Coast, the best coast, and it's good to see you. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too. And it's good to see this electrifying intro play one more time. There we go. United States of America representing. Socialism, communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light? Do everything.
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I'm the modern day Tony Stark. I gotta say that's probably the best intro that I've seen on any live telecast. I just got. I'm not being biased.
Yo, the eagle screech that started off. That's awesome, dude. I had to mute, obviously. Because I don't know when you roll certain videos, sometimes it doesn't mute properly. So I had to mute and I had to send a post out immediately as that was rolling to say that this is a badass intro.
It is. It is. I am Iron Man.
Wow.
Well, Landy. It's nice to see you again here.
Well, thanks for having me. It's a day. It's another day in a week. And that day is Wednesday.
Wednesday, it's hump day.
Yeah,
Something you like to do. You hump, right?
yeah. I mean, I've got
hump
plenty
day.
of children, so yeah.
Yes.
Yes, very, very into hump day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you are.
I'm just watching a lot of the things that I talk about on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, playing out on the charts here, monitoring the situation, as it were, and actually getting some really, really banger trades in. I'll be honest with you, most people know that I'm a trader.
Yeah.
I I think we need to see some continuation on some of the moves to the upside in TradFi, which is something that I don't often talk about here with you too much, but is becoming a bigger and bigger factor in the crypto space and will continue to trend in that direction. I mean, you've talked about Robinhood. We've talked about a little bit about some of the other entrants in here and kind of what their focus is with bringing over meme coin communities and really attracting the memes and NFT communities to prove out that their networks are there, get people using it. Obviously, they're going to be putting a lot of liquidity on those networks when it comes to RWAs and stock tokens. So, I think for those that are paying attention, the narrative's already kind of heating up. I don't know if you've seen some of that, the paired tickers with stocks already, like meme coins paired with underlying stock assets. And there's a lot of really interesting things that people are doing, utilizing stocks as the volatility. And then, you sell the meme coin and you get the redemption of the actual tokenized stock asset on chain, or derivative if it is a derivative. Because in most cases, a lot of those aren't actually deliverable underlying. But there's some big stuff coming up here soon too. Tomorrow, investors, and this is what I'm going to be watching pretty carefully in traditional markets, is SpaceX. Investors and employees will be eligible to sell shares because they will have their unlock. And then
Go down further.
I wonder, right? Oftentimes people think like, hey, well, obviously it's a lot of sell side pressure, but the way in which SpaceX kind of hit the market and then immediately was eligible for the NASDAQ 100, right, means that we have a lot of retirements portfolios in this, right?
Yeah.
And I would be willing to say that I wouldn't be surprised. I'm going to be, watching the charts, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it move down and go down further. But I also wouldn't be surprised to see this continue to mean revert a little bit as it has just done. It hit that 105. I know a lot of people, myself included, are looking at it as $100 and under value,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm looking. Honestly, Landy, I'm looking for $80, and I know that's crazy
60 to $80 is actually a base case.
because, like, let you know whoever got the stocks, let them sell off. I think it goes to 80. I that's what and I'm actually being conservative. It can go. I thought it can go lower, but let's say it's 80. That's a perfect entry.
Yeah, I I think as I mentioned a while back to you and you've heard me and other analysts that I hang out with kind of say
You
over and
said
over.
it here on the show.
Yeah,
Imma wait a few weeks.
yeah, give it and like the rule typically is like 6 months. But because there is a quick unlock period here, I want to see how price reacts. That's the big thing is like, are we going to see a lot of people rush in to sell? I don't know, right? Nobody really knows. And
I
if
think
they
you will.
do, is there going
I
to be a
think
lot
you
of
will have
liquidity?
people that sell.
Of course, yes, somebody's good. You
Yeah.
probably early investors will be unloading at least a portion. Like, but that doesn't mean like people are talking about the totality of the unlock in terms of value. And it's like even the early investors, they might just take profit to make what they had put in back and keep the rest for the long term, right? Like, you know, and then also because it is in the way that it was constructed and launched and how much liquidity is there to buoy in the market, I wonder how much is going to get absorbed in this. So I think it's a really interesting study because I think that there's going to be a lot of IPOs that do things in a very similar manner to SpaceX. I don't know if they'll have the clout, but I think that they're going to be headed in the same direction in terms of unlock schedule, relationships in terms of getting listed in places and kind of those rules kind of moved around from the standard norms where we've seen IPOs go up a couple 100% or more and then absolutely nuke like 90% in 6 months, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that it can't happen here, but I think with the way things are, we need to watch this as a test case because then we've got Anduril and we've got a whole bunch of other companies that people are very excited about coming up. And yes, I name dropped Anduril because I'm super excited about that one. Palmer
You
Luckey
know what I
Company.
see, Landy, though? I don't see this year, I don't see Anthropic coming out and trying to do an IPO. I don't see any, like, I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I'd be if they did. They are
Because
they.
right now, the AI market seems to be and this is where you were on last time when I said, they're trying to scare people with from a
Yeah,
marketing perspective, like, "Oh my god, 3 agents went loose."
yeah.
Like, I feel like could have happened, but also kind of a marketing tactic. So it's kinda does Claude work? Does Claude Code work? Does, Claude X work? Yeah, like, they're good, they're really good AI fucking, utilities and shit, but, like, I feel their hype was higher 3, 4 months ago.
Yeah, I think that they kind of kneecap themselves into flagging themselves with regulators by kind of making some of these outlandish claims that might very well be true, but the fact of the matter is to say that you're trying to prevent, the AI from doing certain things or it's so powerful that it can't be trusted and like this is marketing 101, right? And like we have models, we have frontier models now that
Yeah.
are very, very powerful that are proving that, some of the retail available models from Anthropic, from OpenAI, and others are being kneecapped in very specific ways. And that's kind of the conversation. And Kimmy 3 is kind of proving that, right?
Yeah.
Like I've been playing around a little bit with it. When it comes to security stuff, it definitely It definitely doesn't. It's not going to give you a bunch of warnings about how it's not going to do certain things or ignore certain things. It will just go for it, right? Um, but the other side of that is so many people know how to jailbreak these models now, like your Fables and your Claudes
Well, this is the
through
problem
with
that you have with AI. It was,
yeah,
I mean, if legit when when they had the conference, Elon came there, Mark Zuckerberg had politicians. They
yeah.
all came together. I forgot where whether it was. I think it was in Cali where they held the conference. It was like a year or two ago, maybe three.
It might have been before Elon getting involved with the administration and stuff. Yeah,
I
right.
think it was way before that, and they all
Yeah,
sat down, and Elon literally said, like, we have to have regulation on AI. Like, we have to make sure that we can control it.
hmm
And everybody nodded their heads, pretty much, right? Everybody agreed, and that's it. Everybody left the room. And 3 years later, here we are. Like, how are you going to like you? There's no
you can't.
controlling AI at this point. Like, it is going to continue to evolve. And what guardrails are you going to put on? Like it's
But
going to be impossible.
it is, yeah, it's really an interesting conundrum, right? Like you can kneecap it for the regular layman out of the box, but the power users are going to jailbreak them anyway. And then you have all of these other frontier models that are out there that don't have specific guardrails built into them, or we don't know what's necessarily built into them unless you rip them apart.
Yeah.
And most don't have the ability to do so. But it's like people have already gotten Kimi K3 packaged all the way down so that they can run on the Apple Silicon with 128 gigs of RAM and stuff like that. So there there's a lot of really interesting stuff here, and a lot of people are scared from a national security perspective. But one of the things that we know that originally got Anthropic kind of in hot water with the United States government, and they lost the contracts for the Department of War, is because they were trying to limit those models. Whereas you have a Palantir that's like, nope, this is what we're here for. This is why we built this.
I
Right.
think though, I think it was a political issue with
I think so.
Anthropic.
Yeah, an ideological
Yeah.
issue and political
But
issue.
more so, I'm going to go lean towards political because if it was Kamala Harris in office, I think they're like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a
Except,
Trump thing,
yeah, it was definitely a Trump thing.
you know,
Like, yeah,
and it's
I
like,
think they would have been all on board with.
oh, we're not for war. Like, listen, hold up, bro. Like,
They would
you're
totally be
you're
for.
you're building this shit on our end, all right? You think China says you think Kimmy says no to China? Like, what are we fucking talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. You think
So
DeepSeek, any kind of DeepSeek style military adapted models are like, nope, we're not gonna, come up with firing solutions and target tracking and stuff like that. Like, no, I mean, come on. But we've got, the frontier models are general purpose models that can be really refined down to specific tasks, right? But then you've got the Andurils of the world that are already working with AI in the military and stuff like that. But those aren't the publicly available ones. We do need something for American corporations that would allow them to go through and not send business over to Kimmy, and send it rather to the American companies. But I guarantee that they're going to have base level guardrailed AI for all of us, and then corporations are gonna be able to
oh,
do
100%.
deals to basically unlock all of that, and it's just gonna cost them more money.
You know what's gonna happen? You're gonna have somebody come along, kind of like Pavel from like Telegram, shit like that,
Yeah.
and they're going to create it for the people. Like that, it's not gonna, and they're gonna be like, here's AI with no guardrails. But again,
Yeah,
like
I mean,
it's a dangerous thing though. Like I'm first of all, I'm saying this again. Nobody's watched the movie The Terminator. Okay, nobody's Skynet. Anybody? Like y'all? What? Listen, it's a scary thing, man. I'm telling you. Like we could joke around, but in 15 years, when you have fucking the Terminator, what is it, 9,000 walking around? whatever it's fucking called. Listen, I don't geek out to that kind of shit. I watch the movie, I don't geek out. But when you have that, okay, when you're the next John Connor and you're being chased down,
Well, that's where
I'm just saying, man.
That's where it only makes sense for regular folks to have the same level of access, right?
Yeah.
Because it can act as a check um, against the larger corporatization of it, because they will, and there already are some that we know of that have this unfettered access in order to do things for security reviews, and a lot of stuff even in this crypto space with the cold card stuff, with all of the various bridges and stuff like that. There's a lot of people talking about these problems right now. And even for like the crypto space, they're all running towards Kimmy to make sure that they can use that to review all of their stuff, right? Make sure that they can find all the vulnerabilities and patch them before in this case, Kimmy is the one that ends up breaking into their stuff, right? But you know, there's
I mean, look at
still
this, Landy. I'm reading Gockstein.com right now, right?
Yes, sir.
And
You're
you're
reading I'm
talking.
sorry, you said you're reading Gockstein.com. Oh, nice.
So look at this. Like I'm on here as you're talking, and we're talking about this topic, right? AI voice phishing hits Citadel,
Citadel.
right?
Interesting. Yep. Wow.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
I keep saying, this shit is AI is cool, man. AI is cool when you want to go ahead and research things. AI is not cool if you're going to have AI be able to go ahead and duplicate your voice.
As I'm sending literally in the background as I'm sending my voice dubbed in Spanish for my analysis to David.
It's crazy. It's
That's done
crazy.
on local models though. I mean, that's all local, you know, because that's actually not too hard for a
Local,
modern computer.
non-local, bro.
Yeah.
If you have your voice copy, which 11, I think 11 does that.
11 Labs is really
11
good.
Labs.
Yeah.
They can go ahead and recreate your voice. Well, they can clone your voice essentially. And now you have
Mhm.
somebody calling up your bank. Okay, could call up your broker. How many interviews are there? There are Indians, respectfully, and this is not a shot at the Indian culture, but there are Indians calling up or taking interviews on where
Mhm.
they're completely they're somebody else. Like I've seen
Yeah.
these videos. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane.
Face and body swaps. Yep.
This is all right. Listen,
It's wild.
and guess who makes all that money? It's the companies that they don't give. Look, they can come out here and say, "Hey, look, we're really scared. We're gonna put They want this because they know, hey, consumers are gonna actually buy into this. It's all marketing, but I'm telling you, in 15 years, man, this just gonna be absolutely real. All right, global crypto market cap rises to $2.28 trillion. Landy, have we hit? You said 30 to 70%. 30% that we could have nailed the bottom. 70% we still got a leg down. Same feelings? Nothing's
Yes, sir.
changed.
Yeah, for right now, yeah, until I see a structural change on a higher time frame like a monthly, it still remains that 30% chance that the bottom would form here, because it's not here. It's not actually technically here, even by it's not here by any measure. So 30% chance that a bottom could form here for Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto space, by extension, and still about a 70% chance that we have another leg lower at minimum.
But regardless, are we close to flipping bullish on the
In
charts?
in terms of time frame,
Yeah.
yeah, I think so. I think this is August, September, October, November time frame. This is like this Q3 into Q4 is the prep stage for when I think we will either be bottoming in Q4 or have found a bottom in Q4. If we're only just bottoming in Q4, then that means we'll likely change structure headed into Q1 of next year with larger corrections in the Q1 to Q2 transition. Or if we have already found a bottom in Q4, then we will likely then confirm bullish structure headed into the end of the year and first quarter of next year.
The
So
people are saying, "Holy shit, Landy's bullish," but Landy's been talking about this for a while now. I've pressed him about this issue, and he's still been on the 30-70. But the bullish part about this is that we are close. We are close to hopefully flipping bullish on the charts. That's bottom line. The next 4 months, to me personally, I don't care what
fly
happens.
by.
If Bitcoin goes to 40,000, I'm there, bro. It's just like I'm
Yeah.
okay with this. You
Yeah.
should be too. But
And
you should have money. I mean, if you're in this market every single fucking day, if you're particularly in the crypto market every single day, you should be positioned and ready to go ahead and take advantage. That's all I'm saying.
yeah. Well,
Um,
I got asked this before you let me go. I got asked this in chat a few times last time we were speaking. And I get asked this a lot. And that is, okay, so what are you looking for? I have resting orders, limit orders, all the way down to extreme levels that most, even myself, aren't looking at the markets as potentially hitting. But I'm laddered in for another leg down, essentially.
yeah.
But let's say that we did, start to change market structure on a higher term time frame between there. Whatever doesn't get hit to the downside is going to be readjusted for that changing market structure. That's all. Right? It's not I don't just go, "Oh, I missed it." No, I readjust with the market. But as it stands right now, for those that are saying, "Oh, I'm bullish," well, I'm still looking for another leg down. That's what the data is showing me. That's what the charts are showing me. But if we were not to get that and we did end up breaking structure, starting to paint some bullish structure, that's where I'm in on that higher low, right? That's where I'm in on that changing market structure and I readjust. So plan is still that if things continue down, it's going to hit my orders across various assets in the crypto market space. And then whatever's left, even if it heads down, if whatever doesn't get hit, I just put on again when market structure changes from there. But if it were to change right from here, okay, fine. I'll just readjust. That's all. This is the time period where you want to be here, paying attention and having that plan in order to implement it. That's all.
Landy can be seen on this network Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Mondays and Wednesdays, it's it's 9 p.m. ET, and then you got 8 p.m. ET with I don't know who's gonna bring on a bunch of people that do hand readings, but
I've got some friends. I got some friends that I bring on every once in a while. Obviously, Bits, Nat, and the rest. You're probably going to see some new people coming on here that maybe some aren't as familiar with because they aren't regulars on other shows on X, but are very well known. I'm working on for those that are asking, I'm working on getting Mr. Spread on. Wait, because of the time difference, we're probably going to do a individual recording. Really love his analysis. Think he's a great guy as well. And I'm working on getting Tony on. Tony's a really great guy as well. So we'll see. There's going to be more people there. And then obviously you're probably going to see, the Bits Nat Ash combo at some point again as well, because they're just really great at what they do.
There you have it. The puppet has spoken. The puppet's with us today. The puppet didn't feel like being on here yesterday. He went to other networks. I'm okay with it. I'm totally fine. I'm not mad. I'm not hurt. I'm not butthurt. Okay.
I was on TV. I was on your televisions yesterday and you didn't even know it.
Do you know?
Amazing.
Let me tell you something right now. There are so many people that DM me and say, I watch your show on my television. That's so fucking cool.
It is, yeah.
No, people legit say I am watching on my Samsung.
I think, was it Life and Glory or maybe somebody else used to message me, "Hey, I'm watching your video on their TV." And
That's cool.
I think that's cool too.
That's dope. That means that the
Awesome
production's
stuff.
tight. That means that the electricity is flowing. That means that the value is dropping. Anyway, puppet. 9 p.m. ET. You can go ahead and catch him as he breaks down the markets, gives you the market update. All right. And we shall see you tomorrow. Or on this show, we shall see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Thank you, David.
I'll talk to you later.
Take care.
My buddy, my puppet, that be my puppet. By the way, all right, so we have Clemente coming on at 12:45. It's almost there. But we'll be right back after this commercial break, sponsored by Midnight.
What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh, wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we build Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy-to-use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto. There we go. United States of America representing. Social communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light through everything?
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I'm the modern day Tony Stark. What's going on? We're back on episode 762. We just had Landy on here, and we were talking about how AI, like I've been saying this for a long ass time. AI is 15 years from now, I swear to God, it's gonna be like it's gonna be a scene out of the Terminator. I'm gonna be fucking running my ass off. Fucking Terminator's gonna be chasing me. God knows what that shit's gonna do to me. All right, listen, it is what it is, man. By that time, hopefully I can buy a ticket onto a SpaceX flight or some shit. I don't give a shit what happens at that point. Anyway, we got a guest coming on here. We're gonna bring him on, but let's play a little something from him because I find his material to be fucking hilarious, man. That shit makes me cry. When I'm sad and you guys tell me to go into some of these plays and I go in and I lose everything. Like I go down the timeline and I see some shit that he puts out and I feel better in some way. And after I finish watching him, I go back to being sad. But I'm just saying I feel better in some way. So let's check this out. Let's check some of his things out. But before we bring him on, I'm sure you guys know him. here. Why the fuck isn't it working with me today? All right, this one made me fucking cry, man. Let's play this right here. I was fucking crying watching this.
I was at a restaurant in Dubai, right? And I look over and a Maybach pulls up. I'm like, who is that? Kimchi comes out. But all of a sudden, 15 other dudes also come out of the Maybach. I'm like, how many people fit in there? And wait, is that the guy that made $40 million on Trump? He has so much aura. And then all of a sudden, I see him later on at the club with those same 15 dudes all in a corner. They're all having a good time. I'm like, dude, this guy has so much aura. Didn't talk to a single girl. In fact, a girl tried to walk into their circle, say hi to Kimchi. Kimchi said, no, I only want to hang out with dudes. In fact, at one point, I saw Kimchi making out with one of the dudes. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy has so much aura. Are you kidding me? He's just kissing dudes left and right. I'm like, this guy's unbelievable. He made $40 million on Trump, by the way. How could someone be so cool? I was at a restaurant in Dubai, right? And I look over and
I thought honestly, like that shit was hella funny. So let me bring him right in, man. What's going on, man? How's everything going, man?
Hey, David, thanks for having me on. Really appreciate it. I'm great.
Bro, that shit was hilarious. Like the content you put out there is fucking funny, man. And you know, like you live that shit. So like everything I watch, hilarious. You had one where I guess you were waiting for your best friend. You look out the goddamn window and he's playing with somebody else. That shit was hilarious too, man. But it's nice to get you on the show, man.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, just try to have some fun. I think crypto can be so serious and nerdy sometimes, and yeah, just I think so much of it is a joke without people like realizing it. So just try to do what I can to point and have some fun with it.
At one point, did you say, you know what? Yeah, okay, I'm in finance, which is crypto. I'm here. I'm participating. But fuck it, I gotta make I gotta, fuck this. I'm ripping the band-aid off. I'm making content. I'm gonna make fun of myself. I'm gonna make fun of the industry. You know, you've had things that where you've talked about AI, about not using the basic, Claude free shit. Give me the fucking, Fable. I watched that one. When did that start happening? When did you get the idea? You know what? I'm gonna create fucking some crazy ass content. Well, my veins are popping out also.
It was about 2 years ago. I started trading I've always loved trading NFTs and crypto. And the biggest problem I found was that I found that all these like influencers were talking about their wins and how much money they're making. And I was like, okay, I'm going to start trading too. And most of my plays I lost money on. So I was like, something's going on here. So I started like talking about me losing money. And it was like, and immediately people reacted to a positive, like, yeah, I lose money all the time too. And I realized that like the most relatable thing in crypto is actually not making money. The most relatable thing is actually losing money. So I just found an interesting opportunity where it's like, okay, I can just talk about trades that I make, or I can just trade and talk about my experience with it. So I either make money and it's great, or I lose money and I get to use it as fuel to talk about the things that I'm interested in. And that's kind of developed over the last couple of years to now doing more production stuff. I like the creative component of it. But I've just found that like showing up and participating and then showing my raw emotions that I'm feeling, people usually resonate with it as well.
Who's crazier, you or Nick?
I think Nick. Yeah, for sure.
Like, what does he do that when you watch his content? What does he do that you say like, oh man, I can't do this shit? Like, has there ever been a moment you watch his content and you're like, yo, this motherfucker, bro? This
anything public where he goes out into the public, like she goes to a Chipotle and asks them to buy him a burrito, or do like I cannot do any of the public stuff. I don't have the balls that he does. He's just like a natural public entertainer, and he's like a very naturally charismatic person that you just can't like mimic that. You have to just own it, and he's so good at owning it and just not caring at that. There's no one that can do what he does in that way.
So you've never attempted?
No,
You've never tried?
There's something for me about like getting in people's like personal space and like getting in people's like days that to me throws me off a little bit. It's a certain like comfort thing. And I can't bring myself to do it. Maybe one day I'll be able to like have the ability to do it, but I prefer controlled environments.
When Nick gives his monumental monologues about Michael Saylor and then sits there and does a press conference. It looks like a press conference of Michael, allow me to make my wish kind of thing. Like, this shit is, I gotta say, shit is wild, 100%. And you guys do your thing, man. You and Nick. Who else participates in the fuckery?
We have, Pio is also a part of the team.
Pio, I
You
forgot
might have
about
seen
him.
in some of the sketches, but anything creative, he directs, he helps me write, and then also acts in it as well, of course. And then we have a videographer as well that we shoot and edit a bunch of stuff with. So we're trying to build out, and then obviously we have Easy on our team, who is like just a straight up great trader. So we have like two components of it, which is like the trading style, like actually really informative analysis, and then we're trying to build out this creative branch as well, where we're trying to make like bigger production stuff.
Easy made me laugh because I don't know if he's as wild as you, Pio, and Nick, but he's like, I just bought a house. What a fucked up thing I did, kind of thing. And it was kind of like dry humor, and I'm like, fucking okay, this is funny too. All right, you're in the markets. What the fuck is happening? Like, are the memes back? Can we get excited about memes again?
I can't get behind any of the on-chain summer stuff is back. I can't do it. I've been talking about it recently, but it's complete trash, in my opinion. Everyone's telling me like, oh, look at all these runners we're getting. They're going to 100 mil, 200 mil. We didn't have that. But then I go, what happens 48 hours later? Everything goes down. So it's like, before 2 years ago, you would see these like runs up, but it would take so long. It's like 2 to 3 to 6 months of like accumulation and like slowly going up over time. But if you held, you got rewarded, right? Versus now it's like, okay, 24 hours, it goes to a ridiculous price. And then everyone just one clips gets out. And you see these like Christmas trees over and over again. I mean, how many examples do we have of some of these viral memes that have been happening as in the last literally 2 to 3 weeks that see 75% pullbacks and they'll never recover? Jimothy the raccoon, that went to 40 mil. What's it at now? It's at 6, right? And no one's talking about the raccoon now. The raccoon smoked. The raccoon literally needs to get shot and needs to be dead in order for it to hit a new all-time high, which is never going to happen. But like, I just don't understand. Kate, there's like Kate coin, which is this new meme coin that's Doge's sister or something. Like it's a cat. Okay, it goes to 60 mil. Everyone's talking about it. What's it at? Literally 24 hours later, it's at 16, David. So I don't know. I don't think on-chain season's back in any means.
I mean, raccoons only live 3 to 4 years, right? Some shit like that. So it's like, you got 3 to 4 years, I guess. Maybe it can make a comeback. I mean, I feel bad for this raccoon. It looks all fucked up and shit. And everybody's like, yeah, love this. Jump, do a trick. Fucking, it's the first time I can't hold my composure here. All right, so there's no Solana summer. Solana summer and all this Robinhood summer. Because we have base summer. Also, remember that shit? That never worked out. All this shit is just, it's all bullshit.
I mean, I really believed in the Robinhood chain. I just think like the only thing people care about is perceived buyers, right? So like Robinhood has the natural narrative of actually having like real distribution to buyers. It's probably not actually going to happen, right? But you just need belief that it's going to. I was really bullish on Cash Cat, which was a trending meme of like the OG meme that Robinhood is based off of. And I just like, I took a 50% haircut on it. I sized into it. I was like, this is awesome. This is great. And then I'm just sitting there. The only reason I bought, like, you literally buy a coin because you hope Robinhood's going to list it or you hope Vlad's going to talk about it.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, I felt like such a loser because I would sit there. I'm like, did Vlad tweet about my coin? Did Vlad follow the coin? What's Vlad doing with Cash Cat? And I'm like, dude, I can't be like my whole life. I'm a grown ass man. And I'm like hoping that a billionaire interacts with a meme so the price can go up and I can make money off of it. So what do? I sell it. I sell it at 40 mil. I held it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Sold it at 40 mil. And of course, what happens? Apparently there's a Robinhood listing now that people are speculating on because an insider that's bought, he's front ran the last 18 Robinhood listings or whatever it is. He started buying in 2 days ago. So everyone thinks it's going to start pumping again. It's at 90 mil. So I missed out on a 2x. I sold too early. So
we've been around for cycles. These people are coming around. They're here for a week. They're like, oh, fuck it. I'll ape in. And this shit blasts off. I'm telling I got to say, man, besides Bitcoin, the top assets out here, if I go into one of these things that are recommended by people, I get destroyed, man. I might as well tattoo EL on myself, man, because I am that. I'm a diamond holder, and I'm your exit liquidity, man. It's crazy.
You can't believe in anything anymore. It's so tough. It's so tough. I mean, even Ethereum. I mean, that thing looks god awful. It looks god awful. Bitcoin looks god awful. Obviously, everyone's, the 4-year cycle it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back. It's like, okay, cool. We got 2 months until the supposedly bottom is in. Everyone says it's going to 50K and all this. I mean, it's pissing me off, David. It's pissing me off a lot. I have some MicroStrategy stock. That thing's pissing me off too. The price is down. Today, Saylor goes, we're going to fund the Trump accounts. Where's the money coming from for you to fund the Trump accounts? It's coming out of MicroStrategy stock. You're selling that to fund the Trump accounts. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. So it's been an ugly 6 months for me.
But it can all change, right? You keep clicking. That's what they keep telling me. You keep clicking. Fuck the 94,000 losses. You just keep clicking, everything can turn around. I'm like, I am one click away from being homeless and living and doing this show from under the Brooklyn Bridge, live from the Brooklyn Bridge, next to some homeless man. You are tuned into the breakdown because I'm having a meltdown. Like, that's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling, man. All right. Do we pivot to stocks? Because that's the only thing that's going up. Okay. Do we pivot to the traditional markets completely? Or do we say, you know what? It can happen here. It can happen here. One click away, it can happen here.
Objectively, I mean, in all seriousness, I am bullish on like Bitcoin overall as a whole. And I do think that it's interesting.
You didn't sound so bullish.
No, I do
put into the sale order.
Generally, I am interested. Like, I think Bitcoin's going to go up. It's hard for me to make a call on like stocks. I was watching the SpaceX earnings call yesterday. I was like, this is pretty cool. They're doing space data centers with NVIDIA. I'm like, this is unbelievable. And the stock just dumps another 10%. It's hard for me to get a read on the stock market in general. I just have no edge there, right? At least with meme coins, it's like I know directly who's just dumping on my head, and you can manipulate those versus like, I mean, you saw this Leopold guy. He's up against Citadel. You're up against Ken Griffin. It's like, you think you can beat him? It's like, no. So I don't think I can beat him. So the only thing I can do with stocks, I don't trade them at all. I buy and hold. And even that, it's like you wake up, the volatility in the markets is insane. You wake up one day, your portfolio's down 5-10% because Trump is doing something new with Iran. And the other day, it'll just completely rebound. And the only people that are making money off of that are the people that know that the ceasefire is coming or not coming because they're on the team, or they're paying $100,000 for the Trump Truth Account API.
Man, that's been a hell of a deal too, because the first two posts after, purchasing the $100,000 API have been just Trump putting a suit on himself. Yeah, that's crazy info right there. I have no clue what to do with that. Yeah, that's fine. Trump, I'm already used to this. Like, Friday comes, I know the markets are done, markets close, and all of a sudden he's like, we're going to war. Sunday comes, he's like, we got a peace deal. So it's every single week, this is what we're going through. Friday closes, we're going to war. Sunday, we're close to a peace treaty or whatever it is. We're not fighting with Iran. All right. Robinhood is a behemoth. That's how I see Robinhood. If there's anybody that can save Ethereum, it might be Robinhood. I like the move with Kobe taking over the Base app. It should have happened a long time ago. Base was in the lead. I'm talking about Base was 10 steps ahead. They had a chance to go ahead and do phenomenal things. I feel like they really did drop the ball there. I say that respectfully. I understand it's hard to build, but you weren't listening to the trenches. Robinhood understands the trenches. They know what degens are. They made their app specifically for degen plays. It's gamified. You go on there, you don't feel like you're trading. Could Robinhood come in here and save the day for EVM, for Ethereum, basically as an EVM? And could it bring back a real meme culture, the one that we're used to? I'm not talking about this shit that comes out every 4 minutes, the scratch off tickets that you play at the bodega store. I'm talking about the real memes, real builders being seen, and then we go into altcoin season, which we haven't had for 5 years also. I'm still holding. I'm still down. I'm telling you, I'm 9 minutes away from being poor.
Well, there's two sides of it. I do think Robinhood is going to succeed in general as a company, right? I think their on-chain business is also going to grow over time. I have Robinhood stock, and I think they're doing great things. I think Vlad Tenev is crushing it. Are they going to bring back EVM? Are they going to save EVM? I think that's a different conversation. I still don't understand. Like, as Ethereum's price, I don't know. I have no idea. Right?
We're not getting 10,000. That's it. I'm leaving.
We don't know. Like, I just don't understand this whole model of like, where does the value accrue to, right? If Robinhood chain is a huge smashing success, why should that mean that Ethereum price goes up, right? We saw a little bit of it to a certain extent with ETH mainnet with NFTs, right? Where it was like that made sense. Like, you're paying $200 gas fees and you're just burning ETH to make these transactions. That made sense to me. But now, like, ETH is actually scalable. So, like, you don't need to be spending hundreds of dollars on gas, which is good for transactions. It's good for the everyday user, but it's bad, I think, for the chain. Same thing with Solana, right? It's like Solana as a company, Solana as a chain is crushing. But why should that mean that Solana, the token, should go up in price?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea why. And I used to be a believer. I mean, I still think Solana's crushing, and I used to be a big believer in the token, but now I don't know if that's going to be the case anymore.
You know, Ethereum, I think that's where Ethereum fucked up with all the L2s and stuff like that, because all these L2s make more money than Ethereum at this point. I obviously thought Ethereum was going to hit $10,000. Like, I was out here, I was one of those motherfuckers with the pom poms. Oh, Ethereum 10,000 and nothing, and fucking nothing. And I'm watching, Vitalik coming out with speeches talking about, hey man, I'm busy working on a decentralized sci-fi governance book. It'll be in the stores in 2 years. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? And all the videos that I see of Vitalik, I love you, Vitalik, but all I see of him is getting on his knees and sniffing robotic ass. And it's this man holds my wealth. And you look at it, and the man holds my wealth, and this is what he's doing.
It's a government entity. Like, it's like it really is. And which is fine, but it's about having the expectations set up properly. It's not a for-profit, like, crushing business. It's the same thing with Coinbase. I think, like, Coinbase was very lucky, or like, sorry, not lucky. Coinbase was very early to Bitcoin and crypto as a whole. Right. But if you look at what the business looks like today, it's just not what it used to be. And they don't have the same level. Like, I used to be Coinbase was how I bought crypto in 2020. I don't use Coinbase anymore. I use Robinhood for the crypto stuff. And it's just like the stuff I've been seeing with the AI and the prediction markets and the perps. It's crazy seeing how slow they move compared to the people that are cracked, locked in today. Brian Armstrong's not. Brian Armstrong's focused on like his longevity company now. Yeah. Which I would be too. Like, if I was in Brian Armstrong's shoes, it's like, okay, what's interesting about crypto right now? It's like not that much compared to helping people live longer. Come on.
Well, that ain't gonna happen in crypto, man. With the way things are going, I'm seeing 25-year-olds with receding hairlines and shit, man. Like, they look 74. All right, I got one last one for you. Obviously, I don't want to call you a content creator, because I feel like anybody who opens up a space can be a content creator. If you make one piece of content, then you're labeled a content creator. So I think that's unfair. I think you're a media personality. I call myself the same. We have different ways of explaining this industry and other things. So I'll go that route. Ansem comes out with a coin. Let's talk about Ansem, because that kind of sparked a little bit within the space, and people have deemed that to being a creator coin, and that's been tried by Base. Base was trying that. Jesse was trying that. Ansem took that. What do you think of Ansem and the Ansem token? And what do you see? What do you see the the benefits, pros and cons, and can he pull this off? Which would then be a blueprint for everybody else.
It's a great experiment. I think if there's going to be a person to do it, it should be Ansem. He set it up properly where it's a supply control. He owns however much supply. He gets to give it out to certain people. Can it go up? I think it could be interesting. I'm not buying here at this price of 170 mil FTV. It's just hard. The whole idea of Ansem going viral or growing in popularity over time, meaning price go up on the coin, that's like not real, right? Like you need more people to you need more and more buyers to come in. And it's just hard for me with meme coins where it's like, let's onboard people with memes and they're going to buy a coin of a person. I think it's much easier to get delusionally bullish on a cat and a dog meme than it is on a person. It's like, okay, how do you calculate the value of a person? It's a weird dynamic. What I love about creators is like being able to bet. There's the whole concept of like being able to bet on your creator. Everyone's been early to like a creator, a musician, right? Or an artist. And they're like, I wish I could be rewarded for that. In theory, that would be really cool to do. The reality is much harder to execute on because you're like with Ansem coin, you're reliant on him shilling it 24/7. And then it's like, okay, so we do onboard people. At one point, someone has to lose, right? Like this isn't like a PVE thing where the price is going to go up and everyone makes money. It's like, no, if you bought a month ago, you're down 50%. So what are you going to like? Someone's lost money on it. So it's just like very hard to figure out what recipe this looks like. But if anyone's going to make the price go up of something, it's probably Ansem. You got it to 400 mil, which is unbelievable. Can it make another all time? Can it go to $1 billion? I have no clue.
Oh, we'll see. I mean, it's people are building in the bear. Let's see what happens in the bull. But I do appreciate you coming by. Hopefully not the last time. You're funny as fuck. And I do appreciate, all the content that you put out there. I'm sure I speak for everybody else as well.
Thank you, David. Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
That is Clemente. You can go ahead and check out his stuff. I put his link in today's chat and on to YouTube. So listen, give it if you haven't heard of him, give it a try, man. Like I laugh. Legit, he does some crazy ass shit. Or the way he puts together the content, it is hilarious, man. It is 100% fucking hilarious. Anyway, by the way, I saw a lot of you motherfuckers calling us brothers, man. What is happening? What is happening out here, man? Anyway, it's 1:09 p.m. ET. Okay, and we got this girl coming on. I kind of know her. I think I kind of know her. And I've watched her grow. She's motherfuckered me, but that's okay. It's not the first time somebody's motherfuckered me. I got Teflon. You know what it is? I'm so built on winning. It's like, it's kind of like the Michael Jordan Last Dance video. If you guys ever watched that, I just want people, I want to use the word, but I can't because TikTok will ban me. But I am so fucking driven to win that at times I can upset people that are I want you to be as good as me. That's it. Even better. And then sometimes it can be taken out of. I'm not talking about my next guest. I'm just talking in general. But we'll be right back after this commercial break, sponsored by Midnight. We'll bring on this young lady and we'll go ahead and chop shop. Or chop, whatever. However it goes. Goodbye.
What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh, wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy-to-use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto. There we go. United States of America representing. Socialism, communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light? Do everything.
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I'm the modern day Tony Stark. All right, I'm back. You're happy I'm back. Oh, where the fuck is the overlay? How about the overlay? Fuck is the overlay? There you go. There's the overlay. Okay, let's bring this young woman in. Hopefully, hey, oh, look at you. Hello there.
Hey, David, what's up? Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on. You have a you can take a minute to motherfucker me if you'd like, or we can just move right in to talking the markets.
I don't remember motherfuckering you. I don't remember this. You must remember something different than I do.
No, I'm just fucking around. It's nice to see you, Jenna, and it's nice to see you out there talking about crypto, fighting. We'll get into that, fighting, getting into the ring, throwing hands. Are you that angry that you had to get into the ring and throw hands? What's
I was, you know what? And you know me early on. Guys, fun fact, I wouldn't be here on X if it weren't for David. David's the one who told me to go on X, and that was back in my XRP Maxi days. So he sent me from Clubhouse to here, and here I am. So for that, always grateful though, David. Always, you know that.
You've leveled up. You got aura, man. You're on a different level now, man.
But I was angry. I was an angry XRP Maxi for a long time. And then I started that whole healing journey. And, you know, then once I got therapy, it's like, and I stopped being angry. Everybody's like, yeah, she's boring now, but it's fine. But the fighting is definitely good for your mental health. When I joined IFC, I think it was like, I was trading a lot and I had just taken a huge L. Like I'm a $30,000 liquidation. So training for IFC came at like the perfect time because I was like, I am ready to get out this frustration. Let me go. Let me get my ass out from behind the chair and start getting active and get my brain right. So yeah, it served its purpose.
You did well, though. You did well.
The first time. The second time, I will say Blonde Broker definitely handed me my ass, but it was a good time.
I guess she's the one to go after in crypto. I mean, I've seen her like really, I mean, you did well, but she's destroyed others. I mean, I've watched.
Tough. She's tough. Like you meet Erin and you're like, oh, she's really nice. Like you're talking to her. No, when she gets in that ring, she becomes a totally different person. And I'm like, who are you? Like, who did you just become? It's insane. I'm like, oh no, fuck this. Like I'm taking up pickleball now. I'm done.
Does she hit hard?
Yeah. Yeah. She
like hard.
Like really hard. Like I'm telling you. So I've never taken a shot to the back of the head before. And that happened when we were in Singapore. And I'm like, not me, flat. And I was like, I did not recover after that. A shot to the back of the head from the blonde broker is not fun. But you have to think, like, she is trained by a UFC fighter, James
Yeah.
Vick. Like, I am over here in BFE, you know, in Central PA, guys. We don't have these like UFC gyms like that. We're running up and down bleachers, like we're fighting where we can. Like it's a little different. So,
Yeah.
you know.
All right. You are a huge, and I don't know if you still are. So this is and you got TikTok watching, and TikTok is home for XRP. Anything XRP is TikTok, okay?
Okay.
I can talk to them about anything. It comes back to XRP. Are you still an XRP maxi, or has that label come off and you become like a multi-chain maxi and you hold other positions?
Yeah, the X is definitely the multi-chain. Now my heart is XRPL. But I stopped being XRP maxi after I would say the 2021 cycle. I was like you, how you were with Ethereum, I was with XRP. I'm like, this shit is going to the moon. I'm listening to these riddles like 589. You couldn't tell me that one XRP was going to be less than $10,000. Okay. So once the reality set in, I didn't take the gains I should have taken, right? And I actually got myself into some trouble in 2021, 2022, and I had to sell my stack at the bottom without having to take profits. That was a wake-up call. But then realizing how many opportunities I missed because, you know, I was stuck in an echo chamber. It was like, shit, I don't want to make those mistakes again, right? Once you do that. So then I started kind of getting real on X and talking about those losses, talking about other chains, what's going on. I'll tell you, I became the most unpopular girl in the XRP army. Like I was outcasted. Those MFs did not talk to me. They're like, this bitch, she's a traitor. She doesn't like XRP no more. No, guys, I don't want to blow hopium up your buttholes all day long. Like I'm bullish on XRP. I think it's always going to be around here. It's great. But what adds value to the XRP itself is growth on the XRPL. It's being used. There's other things, right? There's actually a whole flywheel here. And so it's digging in, it's jumping in, and really the XRPL is limited in the builds and the things that they can do. And so that's why I started looking outside of that, looking into, okay, we have Zahao that offers hooks. And then we have Evernode, which is an L2 to Zahao network. And that is Codius, right? That was what the XRPL can do, but it's not on the XRPL because the XRPL is built for payments. And then I started looking into Midnight. David, I got myself into the Midnight Summit, the first one in London. I wasn't even supposed to be there, but I joined a hackathon team. I showed up at happy hour and boom, got myself in there because I wanted to know what they were doing, what they were building. So now like I'm on the other end of things where I've realized these cycles, this is all about building, right? We take our profits, we have so much fun in the bull market, but any idiot can make money in a bull market.
Yeah.
So whenever things start to come down, we see who's building, what are these next gems, what is everybody fading, and where are the builders going? And that's where I'm spending my time. So I even actually have a project, we're not going to talk about what it is, but that I'm presenting tomorrow to VCs, to Midnight VCs with my team. And I'm so excited about it. So it's like now on the other side of things, like I see it all and I just let AI trade for me.
What do you think? What do you think about Midnight? Speaking of
It's so underrated. Like everybody's turning a blind eye because I think they just have like this perception of Charles, right? Or just because of whatever they feel, they're not looking. And the cool part about Midnight is you're not going to know you're using it most of the time until you're actually using it. That governments are using it, that it's all over the place. They're taking every single thing that we love and they're making it better with Midnight because it's protection, right? It's use ZKP. So you can prove something without actually knowing, like, or without having to release the data that you don't want to know out there. So it's that privacy layer that regular blockchains lacking, like the XRPL, for example. And anybody, if I have an NFT, everybody can go track my wallet. Everything's on chain, right? So this is a nice privacy layer. I'm bullish, super bullish. Pay attention.
Me too. I mean, I don't know how you can, and this is the thing that I say constantly on the show or when I'm out there, just like, okay, I agree with you. During the bull, like everybody's a fucking genius until they don't pull profits, right? Like, right? Bear market shows you who's building, and the smartest people build in a bear. Like, bottom line, here you have Charles, and I don't know why he even gets shit I don't want to mention Ethereum because he might not come on the show ever again.
Right. Don't
But-
say it.
Yeah, don't say Ethereum. Okay. But founder of Cardano,
Right.
everybody wanted governance and all this stuff. Well, he delivered it to you.
Mhm.
You got the hate. You know what it is with him? He's not PC. Like, he's going to tell you how he feels. Like,
I
he's
love
going to
that.
motherfucker you. Like, he doesn't care. I want that. I'm like that.
I like that.
I will speak my mind, and it might hurt me, but fuck it. And I think that's what irritates a lot of people. You can't say somebody who co-founded Ethereum, founded Cardano, and builds Midnight, which is like, that shit was the talk of the town at Consensus. You can't say that somebody who's doing this and shit outside of this space,
Right.
and somebody who speaks in front of Congress people to try to go ahead and push blockchain, you can't push them away and say, oh, whatever. Like, no, I'm betting that it's going to win. Anything he touches won.
I saw the people that were at this conference and they were very high profile. We had to turn off our recording devices while some of them came up and spoke. And like, I don't even know that I'm just lucky I got in, but I'm like, I am not going to fade this. Like, I've seen it firsthand and definitely not going to fade it. I think the biggest problem is we have so much tribalism. And it's like, if you guys would just kind of realize that we can work together, but it's like, you know, I can't save everybody. I just can't.
And you're not supposed. You know what? You're not supposed to, Jenna, because you can say it once, and if they don't understand, then it's a reading problem, which they need to obviously take some courses in reading.
Yep.
Or comprehension. It's either or. Jenna, when you look at this space, and from the time that you've entered this space, let's go from when you enter it in it, and you could be an XRP maxi, but when you look at this entire space from then to now, summarize it for me.
Completely different. So, okay.
For better or worse, though?
I wouldn't say either or. I'd just say everything's different. And it's like a psychological thing. It's even from marketing. What you used to be able to do in 2021 no longer works here. And then let's kind of back it up. So 2021 is when I got on X. I was in crypto before that, but to be able to see what it's like in the trenches, be able to see when things are pumping. Now me then, back then we had everything pumped on Ethereum. That was the meme coin craze, right? Everything you were buying was either on Binance Smart Chain or it was Ethereum, and you were paying the crazy gas fees. It was this and that, but we were doing it anyway. We were in or out, but the influencers could call that, right? Your big influencers, and it would shoot to whatever, 100 million, whatever it might be. Then, and the same thing is still happening though. We will see with like the meme coins spark the bull run every single freaking time. And it's the big ones. But now it's like, okay, this past year, it was like, they don't have the same effect. And I think that was because one, Trump, and I know you love him, so I'm not going to sit here and talk shit. I voted for him.
No, say it.
But Max fucking extracts, bro. He's a
talk this shit.
grifter. He is a grifter. Listen, he extracted so much, but I will say he made it so meme coins are not securities. I get that, but we have had so much extraction with Pump Fund, with these launch pads, with everything that it's just people are fucking like done with that. And it's like the influencer ones. So I don't ride meme coins like I used to now. And even with your marketing and everything, it's got to be completely different. I can't just get on here and like shill something and it's going to go to whatever the fuck. It's very, very different now because people are cautious, especially the ones who have seen the cycles, they've been around. So your Robinhood and stuff like you guys were just talking to, I'm not jumping on board with that. I got lucky with Base. I grabbed PZ on Base. That fucker made me a bunch of money and I loved it. But the problem is too with like your meme coin, your communities, I'm not getting sucked into anybody's community. I love you guys, but I am not holding your bags. I am not your X liquidity, and I'm not going to see, you're not just going to keep me on board and keep dumping on my, like, no. So I'll keep my shit to myself if I see something I want to do. But it's just very different now. So I don't think that meme coins are going to have the same effect they once did. Do I think that there's going to be a main one on each chain? Sure. We have like our Doge, our SHIB, our Pepe. Like, I think there's going to be a big one on each that's there, like your Brett, Base, all those. But it's just very, very different now. And now I think people focus on liquidity, but I think a lot more people are actually kind of paying attention to other things, to other utility, to what's coming next, just outside of the meme coin family. I think it's just because we've all just really gotten our asses handed to us, if we're being honest.
You know when I talk about meme coins, I'm really talking about meme culture. So I'm not talking about like because obviously tech's evolved, Jenna, and like
Yeah.
anybody can create a contract. Back in the day, the people that are launching stuff, they wouldn't be able to. You got to pay 50, 100 grand to a developer to create you a Solidity contract. And then you got to go through a Certic Ordic. And then you got to do so many things that you're $350,000 in the hole, okay? And now you're praying that people are taking a liking to whatever it is that you're pushing out. Obviously technology has evolved and people just but to me it's like, okay, Pump.Fun, it's not so much their fault, but tech has evolved to where they could come out with a company like theirs and people can go on there and just shoot off contracts and get creator fees. And that's it. Hey, creator fees, here's a contract. This didn't work out, next, right? It's just like, for me, I want to bring back that OG meme culture because meme culture exists outside of this bubble. I feel like all these protocols will be more successful because they've tried too. Solana got big because they understood meme culture.
Sure.
So people went on to Solana and Solana was able to showcase their products that they built out. And now they're talking with institutions, right? I feel the same thing for other chains that got real products. It's great. You can go ahead and have a hackathon. You can bring on all the nerds, okay? We can get all technical on this show. Guess what? Nobody gives a fuck how Instagram was made, okay? They don't care. They just want to know how to use it. So yeah, y'all might have the greatest products in the world, but if you got no culture, if there's nobody on there, and at least if you don't got one meme representing for your entire protocol, you're dead. Like there is nothing. There, like, think about how many wonderful I can name it out to you right now. I'm in all of them. And they just don't have like I'm not saying a degen crowd. They just don't have culture. That's what I should say.
Meme coins bring fun, right? But I feel like it's like your expectations are a lot lower. Like I love degen stuff as much as anybody else, and I think that that's why it's so important that we even have dexes whenever things can't be listed on centralized exchanges and everything, so we can actually have fun. And I honestly think like even just for DAOs to be able to work, for example, I think they need to be private, and I think that in these DAO cultures, like it's important that they have their own token, that they're able to spin it up, that they can run it their way. And a good way to do it is through meme coins because you can have fun and people are just like, that's all they're expecting out of it, right? Yeah. So I definitely think that that is a big missing piece. I just think that now I'm a lot more reserved with my meme tokens.
He is yeah. Oh my God. Like it happens to all of us. It's like you get fucked so many times.
Yeah.
You're just like, when somebody, even if your friend sends you a message like, yo, did you see this? Yeah, saw it. It's like, well, nothing. Like, enjoy, have fun.
And then they'll be in my DMs like the next day. Okay, so this is what I love. They'll send me one. And then like that shit rugs or something. And I can get into it and they'll be, hey, I'm sorry that happened. That rugged. Or sometimes they won't say shit. But then they'll send it and be like, hey, did you check out that CI site? You look at it now, it's ripping. Did you get in like I told you when I told you? Yeah. Like, no, it's not Pokemon. I don't have to catch them all. But what I do need to do is have my plan ready for the ones that I do. Like I have some that are here on this side. David, let me tell you what happened. I accidentally got my mom a Phantom wallet and I got her in. She was an XRP maxi. Now she's trying them all out, but she loves to trade Solana shit coins. So she'll be texting me. She's like, Jenna, did you see this one? This is Elon Musk. He's da-da-da-da-da. Did you see this one? This is US Oil Cruise. So I'll go pull up the contract address. I'll see what the distribution is. I'll see it launched on Pump Fund. I'm like, Mom, just put a little. I'm like, when are you taking profits? When are you this and that? And it's like, I'm like, oh, fuck. But now she's shilling them to her friends. And they're like, Jenna, did your mom send me this? I said, don't buy it. I was like, I had to give my mom a whole lesson in shilling shit coins to stop it. And I'm like, fuck, is this what I used to do? Oh my God.
Wow. So you are the fucking reason why your mom is a degen and she's in the trenches now. Like this is wild.
And she follows TikTokers. Anything that these TikTok people say, she buys. And I'm like, oh my God, Mom, stop listening to influencers. Like
I gotta tell you, the TikTok people are the worst. There's a few that are good, but I've been watching And they're like, well, get my ebook. $9.99. You can get my ebook and it will tell you how to front run them. I'm like, what am I watching, bro? Like, what is this? Because I started to go on TikTok now. Like we have a huge following on TikTok. It's really cool.
Nice.
When they let me say what I want to say, right now I'm being limited because of my commercials.
Okay.
It's mine. My commercials. They think it's somebody else's. What do you see in this space that has you bullish besides the few things that you named earlier today?
I mean, overall, one, the maturity of the space. I love
Okay.
that. I think that we've progressed really far. There's still a lot of it that I think, I don't like because I don't want too much regulation. But it's the decentralization. It's seeing how many options that we have with DeFi, just the evolution of these different protocols. I'm seeing a lot less vaporware. I just think the market's maturing as a whole, and that does make me bullish. But it's the privacy, it's the DePIN, AI, all of that. So super bullish. I just think it's finding the right ones, like these old L2s. Like if you're waiting for Polygon to come back, you're waiting for Filecoin to come. No, fuck that. You guys need to be looking at gems. Like there are still like
Oh
these
my
low
God.
market cap gems, right? Like I'm finding ones that have so much fucking potential that are like literally seeing an $11 million market cap where I'm like, oh fuck, I already know how this game goes because I wished I would have put X amount into SHX or whatever it would have been when I found it at 500,000. I made my mom $30,000 off of a $500 play. Like finding gems. So they are there, and that's what I'm hunting now because I know how easy it is for a 10x for something that actually has value. And that's why I'm not so focused on the meme coins and stuff now, but the meme coins are always my indicator. Once we've been sideways and flat for a while, Bitcoin, as well as I do, to start looking for some of these meme coins to start popping off because that's when it happens. So when I see the big ones, that's when I'm paying attention. But until then, I'm just going to let my AI run and trade for me, analyze the markets because I'm all about probability, right? And it takes the human emotion out of it for me so I can keep building. So
Have you gone from being I almost feel this, and obviously I like joking around and I love being sarcastic, but like, have you gone from being a trader, and I'm not saying you don't still trade, but have you gone from being a full-time trader to like a full-time builder? That's the vibe that I'm catching right now.
yeah, like I trade on the side, like for one now I'm like testing out the market cipher because I don't want to sit in front of the charts all day. I don't have the time to do it. But my bots, my AI can sense an algo better than I can. I only have to be right 60% of the time. But if I want to set my probability at like 70% and then I can like make a higher leverage, whatever, cool. Then I have my stop loss tight because David, I went through some bad mental health issues because I thought I was invincible. I thought that stop losses were for pussies. I was making money because it was a bull run, right? And then we have these liquidation events that happen when it could happen to the best trader. We don't see it coming. That's why they happen. So if I keep it tight, it's like it's a method. As long as I just follow my rules and let the AI do what it's best at, because I'm not trading other people's AI with my human error. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
So it's like I can stack the bags I want to stack, but I just need, I don't know, there's something about building. I don't know, these devs, they got me. Now I'm in the trenches. For real.
Trenches for building now.
Yeah,
It's a pivot. Trenches went from trenching on protocols to trenching on building.
I want to
What do you-
provide value, actual value.
And that's really cool because that's the pivot. I don't want to say I pivoted that way because I've always been building, but I've more so dedicated more time. And you talk about AI agents, like I have everything set up here where I got a bunch of, I didn't name them yet too. And it's been now months. I haven't given them a name, but like, listen, I'll say that I got more time. I got a lot more time. I got more ideas to go ahead and implement onto whatever it is that I'm building. What problems do you see in this space that you think you can go ahead and fix? Like you've had to zoom out and say, okay, there's a problem here. Nobody's even looking at that. There's a problem over there. No. So like, are you doing that? Those kind of things when you're looking to build out?
That's been my biggest struggle with the DAO. Like I started with as an intern working for ZaoDAO last year, and it was just basically this giant puzzle because everybody's like, for example, DAOs fail, dead on arrival, this, that, and the other thing. No, it's only because we haven't found the one that works yet. Would you just give up on something because it hasn't been done right yet? No, absolutely not. So it's a big puzzle piece, but I do believe that the people deserve decentralization. I believe in Satoshi's vision, and I believe what we're lacking on the XRPL part of this DAO that we can build on Midnight and integrate and give people what they're missing there. But I think that not everybody understands it. And why? Because this stuff isn't taught in schools. So one of my biggest missions is to build something that we can bring to schools, that we can put into STEM programs and start teaching people this is what a DAO works. So imagine, David, if we allowed public school systems and computer class to be able to build their own node, right? And they could create, the school gets the profit from that's generated. Well, then they use this DAO that's set up privately to teach them how to vote. We can vote on how this money is distributed to our school district. But I think that the way we need to do this in the bigger picture is to start educating. So like, I could just go out and talk about DAOs, and it's not going to work that way. So, you know, there's all these steps in between getting something to work. But for example, with like our XRP DAO, you know, we have our own XRP treasury company. If I could just get people to understand that we could build an empire ourselves, we don't have to buy stock in this other XRP treasury company. We have one right here. But it's not everybody has that kind of mindset. So it's taking the little steps to get you where you need to go without giving up on it. So that, no, I lose so much sleep at night because of this thing. So yes, problem solving, absolutely. Can't stop. It's an obsession now.
The growth. I am watching, like, I remember when you came into the space, and I'm watching you just like, holy shit, the confidence is just like on a next level. And it's cool to see. It's cool to see that you're still here. Now you're building, which is always great. And I hate doing this. I hate saying this because it shouldn't matter, but we do need more women in this space building and being in the front line, sitting with the boys. I'm not talking about Web3, women in Web3 conferences, okay? I think that's stupid.
Yeah.
I think we need more women sitting with the boys and articulating the things that we're doing in this space. That's the way I think, and I've always thought that way. That Web3, women are Web3 bullshit, that to me is degrading. Like no, that's not, I don't think that's cool. I think we should all be, men and women sitting at the same goddamn conferences and breaking shit down. And I see that spark in you now. And that's really fucking dope to see, man.
And you're not full of shit with that. Like, you actually do it. Like, I see how many female creators and everything that you put on, and you're just genuine to give people a chance. You gave me a fucking chance. Now, I was wild and crazy back then, and I literally would not be here if it were not for you. So I always grateful.
I don't know if it's not for me. I'm just saying the part where she said she was fucking crazy. Absolutely, man. You think I'm fucking crazy?
Oh no, I was off the rails.
But I always said that you had massive talent. No matter who I spoke to, I was like, 100%. Yo, if she takes this seriously, fucking sky's the limit. And obviously, you're showing it.
Appreciate you.
Fuck, man. Congratulations, Jenna. Hopefully, I can bring you back on the show. I don't know. You can make time for me to come on here and we can break some down when the bull market comes around, kind of thing.
Sure. Anytime. I'd be honored to.
I put her handle in. Give her a follow, okay? She knows what the fuck she's talking about. And also check, I don't know, she's fighting again, but are you retired from fighting?
Oh no, I've taken up pickleball.
But you can, if she's going live on a pickleball tournament, you guys can tune into that, okay? Hell of a sport. Hell of a sport, Jenna. You're a hell of a sport. Thank you so much. I appreciate you very much, and I hope you continue to go and just continue to grow in this space and just fix things that need to be fixed here. Build things that actually make sense.
I'm gonna try my best.
Thank you, Jenna. Appreciate you.
Thanks, David. Bye.
That is Jenna. Follow her. I got her at. Okay, I put her at all over the place, so give her a follow. Okay, give her a follow. Well, half the people in here are asking if I can you guys are trying to marry her. That's the problem with you goddamn virgins in my goddamn show. Were you listening? Were you listening to anything she was saying? Or you got this guy over here, Elliot, giving marriage proposals. Man, what the fuck is going on? We'll be right back after this commercial break, sponsored by Midnight.
What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy-to-use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto. There we go. United States of America representing. Socialism, communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light? Do everything?
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I'm the modern day Tony Stark. Welcome back. Let me get a drink here. And this is water. Okay, don't get it confused with a Heineken. This is water. Welcome back to episode 762, sponsored by Midnight. Midnight is the title sponsor for the show. Also, Polymarket. Shout out to Polymarket, the official prediction market sponsor of the breakdown. Also, Cake Wallet. For those who have got fucked by Cold Card, you can go for the time being. If you're still on there. God damn it, man. If you're still on there. I swear to God, I'm gonna have a talk with my editor after the show. But if you're still on Cold Card and you don't feel safe, go get Cake Wallet for the time being. I'm telling you. And maybe you'll stick with it. I don't know. But it is one of the most secure wallets that we have in this space. Okay? I don't do business with, I really do not fuck with anybody. Like, I get so many partnerships, inquiries every single day to be part. I am selective. I can be selective. So go check out Cake Wallet. And also, again, we're not sponsored by Radar Chat. Who knows? Maybe that'll happen. But Radar Chat, go check it out. You want to send stats? You want encryption? Go check out Radar Chat. Okay? There you go. I am Nat. Nat, I'm selective. If only you guys knew how many deals I've turned down with what kind of names. You'd be like, oh my God, what is wrong with him? What is wrong with him? But I like doing business with Cash App and Block, the parent company, and you have BitKey, and these are the people that I like doing business with. Because at least I know I use Cash App. And I'm working on other things. I am. Behind the scenes, besides working on this shit. Because right now I'm trying to fix something. I'm about to throw this AI agent straight out the window. Listen, we had two guests on today, Clemente and Jenna. And it's funny. It seems to be, I see the maturity in people. It's just like bullish on memes 4 or 5 years ago. Now it's more like people have grown up and they're starting to look at the space for what it is. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool to see. Jenna was a part of Gokhshtein Media. She had a show on here, and she was great then. She's amazing now, but she was great then. But she was wild. You'd think I'm wild. Fucking Jenna fucking takes the fucking cake there, bro. But it's nice to see the glow up. Like, to me, I love seeing that. I really do love seeing people go take their shit to the next level. It's amazing to watch. We need more of that. And I've always said about the women part, the women in crypto, all this women in crypto shit. First of all, I like to say I was one of the first. I will put up the fucking magazine right now. When we had Gokhshtein magazine, which who knows might make a comeback. I'm just saying. Our second edition of the magazine was the women in crypto. And we showcased all the talented women in crypto. Because there were no outlets that were talking about women within our space. Now, again, I say this. I don't want to hear about women in Web3 conferences. I think that does a disservice to fucking women. Okay? There shouldn't be a separate, you don't have a men in Web3 conference. I want you to think about this for a second. This is how fucked up our space is. We don't have a men in Web3 conference. We don't got a men in Bitcoin conference. We don't got a men in Ethereum conference, men in meme conference. Yeah, we have women in Web3. What the fuck does that even mean? Women in Web3. That's so bad. Some of the women in Web3 that I've been able to go ahead and have a friendship with, conversations with, they're smarter than the men in Web3. And here we are. Here, we'll hold a conference for you. Here's a conference. You guys have your own conference. It's so... I've always said we need more women. We need more women participating and being vocal and breaking down, whether it's charts, whether it's fundamentals. We need more women. They're way more mature than the dudes here. Go ahead and listen to the men in this space have a conversation on Spaces. The title could be Why Bitcoin Will Send, and you walk into the room and it's a bunch of dudes sword fighting. Ain't nobody came here to watch you sword fight. Meanwhile, you'll go into a space with women running it, and they're like, listen, they got a whole book, they got the agenda lined up. They got 5 bulletin points that they want to touch on. You come in there as a new person, you're like, oh shit, this is what Bitcoin's about. You walk into a dude space, It literally is horrific. And then I have the dudes come, oh, you're Captain Save-A-Ho. You're sucking up to the women. You're simping for women. Shut your fucking mouth. It's not what I'm doing. 95% of the people in my family are women. That's number one. I learned that at an early age. They're way more mature. Number two, they're not sword fighting. They're having real conversations about everything that we have here. Number three, I want to go toe to toe and debate a woman. Okay? And I hate being gender specific here, but I want to debate. I want to debate it. Doesn't matter, men, women, puppets. I don't give a fuck. They should be on the same stage. I should be on the same stage. It's wild. It is wild. It's the stupidest shit. I gotta tell you, it is the dumbest shit that we have done in this industry. Is separate women from the men, and we gave them their own conference. It's like, here, look what we're doing. No, when you give women their own conference, you're shitting on them. You're saying that they're not good enough to be at the same table as the men. Meanwhile, you motherfuckers have no clue how a blockchain works. Y'all can't read a chart. It's the realest thing that I can say. And I've been that way since I've been on here. So, and I ain't gonna change. I won't change. I really do get along better with women than I do with men. Men out here are fucking trying to tell you how big their shit is. I didn't come here to learn how big your shit is, okay? I could care less. I am just, I don't want to bring in women into, there are women here. They're not showcased. They're buried. They're buried to the side because you guys don't want to, you don't want to let in people that know shit. It's kind of like, it's one of those, at least that's how I look at it. Anyway, welcome to the breakdown, episode 762. Yesterday, I posted up something from Polymarket. Polymarket is an official partner of my brand. I made a post and it looks like it came true. The Democratic Party is in shambles right now. I got to tell you, the Democratic Party is in fucking shambles. I know I'm getting political, but hey, the political party, I mean, the Democrats, look at this, man. Look at this. You guys are absolutely, and this has nothing to do with religion, man. You know, right away people will be like, oh, it's because this person they pray to a different God. And like, no, that's not it. It's not it. This is you are electing, you are primarying socialists. Look what happened. This is crazy. This is wild. I thought Stevens would win. And he won by it wasn't by a major margin. And I think the Republican Party will win. By the way, this is sponsored by Polymarket, polymarket.com. This is sponsored. The show is sponsored by Polymarket. We're looking at this right now. Michigan's Democratic Senate primary margin of victory. I mean, I saw the polls come in and like he won by just a little bit here, man. But still, I never thought, I never thought in my life we would see socialists start taking over. You know, there's nothing different between socialism and communism. There really isn't. There really isn't. And I can say this is because my parents fucking escaped that shit to come to this country. That's why I find this crazy, man. The Democrats did this to themselves. The Democrats 100% did this to themselves. It's crazy. Absolutely insane. Let's go ahead and look at other political topics here. The balance of power. Holy shit. Holy shit. The balance of power 2026 midterms. The Democrats are at 46. The Republicans holding Senate. The Democrats getting the House is at 40%. It was higher. Now it's at 40. I think it was at 41 yesterday. Let's look at the Fed decision in September. In September, we're looking at this right now. No change, 53%, and a 25 basis point increase, which it seems like people are talking a lot about that right now. That's at 46%. It's up to 18%. The national debt is at $39 trillion. Is money real anymore at this point? Ladies and gentlemen, is money fucking real at this point? $39 trillion, almost $40 trillion. Is money real? Are we ever going to get this fucking debt down? Because I don't think so. The national debt, I can't see. How are you paying this shit off? This is wild, man. So you're going to hike rates. You're going to starve people out again. Oh, this is going to be this is going to be a miserable time. I got to tell you, this is going to be a miserable time for people. And then, you know what? You know what's fucked up? The American people did not cause this. That's the problem. Okay? The American people did not cause inflation. And that's really fucked, is that Americans had nothing to do with this. Americans have gone to work, paid their taxes, done everything by the book. It's the same thing with Cold Card. Motherfuckers did everything by the book, and now they gotta pay for this. And this is ridiculous. Come on. Inflation is a silent tax. We know this. This is horrific. The American people did not ask for this. The elite should be doing this. The elites should be fucking paying the tab. Not the people, not the American people that have done everything by the book, worked, chased the American dream. Like, this ain't it. $39 trillion, bro. What the fuck? What in the fuck? How fucked up is this system? The people that you elect, they have health insurance. They get paid $173K plus. 5 years in, they're at $5 million net worth. Yet the American people, what's the real stat? I got to look this up. How many Americans have health insurance? How many Americans are living day to day, month to month? It is fucked up, man. It's a fucked up. It is absolutely fucked up. It is so fucked up. And it's sad. It really is sad to watch. It really is, man. Greatest country in the world. $39 trillion, bro. You got to fix this system. Got to be fixed. I mean, at some point, you got to fix this shit. And I don't know how. Because my ideas are like, you're going to starve out Americans. I mean, we should have taken this a little bit more seriously. $7 trillion. Okay, we don't want to go ahead and go crazy here. There is no middle class. There is no middle class anymore. Middle class is gone. There's poor and rich. That's it. That's all you have. Poor and rich. That's it. America being the richest country in the world. The richest country in the world. It's crazy. I mean, fucking absolutely crazy. Well, anyway, that was brought to you by Polymarket. Shout out to Polymarket. Instantaneous stats. To me, it's instantaneous data. Because it's real people talking about this. It's real people. It's not fucking pollsters just polling 5 people and only 3 people answer. And then it's not that anymore. We got to get our shit together, man. We got to get our shit together. 100%. We got to get it together, man. It can't be like this, man. We cannot continue. Cannot continue to print. We just can't continue, man. It's out of control. It is absolutely out of control. Oh, after this commercial break, I'll talk about this. And it's about memes. So get ready. I'm going to lay into this. Because I've been writing shit down. I'll lay into this right after this commercial. Actually, you can call in. How about, you want to call in? Let's call in. Let's do the call in. Okay? There you go. There's the call in. We'll be right back. 917-259-4417. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
What first got you excited about blockchains? Think about it. Oh, wait. I bet it wasn't multi-million-dollar hacks, exposed data, or finding somewhere safe to store your seed phrase. Was it? Maybe it was the idea of decentralizing a broken financial system. Maybe it was imagining a world where people own their own data and get to sharing the value it creates. Or maybe it was the promise of a fundamentally better way of connecting, communicating, and transacting. The next phase of the internet that empowers us instead of exploiting us. So why hasn't that happened yet? Why are we still living with the same broken system that blockchains promise to fix? It's because blockchains can't keep a secret. Enabling open, transparent systems was only the first half of the challenge. For blockchains to really change the world, they also have to be able to protect our sensitive data when it matters. And that's why we built Midnight, to bring down the final barrier to mass adoption and unlock the full potential of the decentralized web. Let's build the internet we deserve, together.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all know this in crypto. Ownership matters. That's why Cake Wallet. Cake Wallet gives you full control of your digital assets, all in one easy-to-use application. You can store Bitcoin, Litecoin, Zcash, Monero, and many more with just one secure backup. Swap between coins in seconds. No copying addresses, no complicated steps, and even includes Bitcoin Lightning for faster payments. And with Cake Wallet built in, you can use crypto in real life through debit cards or gift cards. Simple, secure, self-custody. Download Cake Wallet and take control of your crypto. There we go. United States of America representing. Social communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light? Do everything?
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I'm the modern day Tony Stark. Welcome back. We can go right to the phone lines. You know what it is. You know what time it is. 917-259-4417. You know what? That's what I should have done. Hold on. That's what I should have done. Call. (917). The fuck is the number? 9172. Okay. Let's talk about it. I'm building a movement. Maybe if I speak slowly, people will understand. I'm building a movement. Bigger than a token, bigger than anything. For the last few years, I've been coming onto this microphone and saying that we need a catalyst. But the people are the catalyst. We, the people, can go ahead and make shit move. Okay? We, the people, can get the shit done. That's what I've been saying for a long ass time. Long ass time. Hold on. I've been saying it forever. We don't got to wait for anybody. They've been calling me the bull forever. It's time-stamped. It's there. I've been the bull. Day one to, what is it now? Over a month now. I've seen people get excited, and I've seen people just leave. And I said this. I will not just do this because you want to make $3.44. The mission is very clear and has been clear. I'm thinking I made it very fucking clear. I made it very clear what the mission is. Let's look at my Pump.Fun page. Let's look at the Pump.Fun page. Made it very clear. Very, very fucking clear. Extremely fucking clear. Then I'm going to put myself in the right position because then I put everybody else in the right position. So there you go. Over a month in. And I've been I'm telling you, I've been writing down everybody's fucking name. Everybody who is here to support. Who are like, yeah, I'm about this movement. And then they shortly disappear because, why did they disappear? Because market cap did not go up. No green candles. David's not endorsing. He's not blessing. And they got mad. So they were never really about the movement. They were about their pockets. And what does David think about people that are all about their pockets? He doesn't give a fuck. Not a flying fuck do I give when it comes to people just being about the pockets and profit. Because like I said, I'm here to build. I've always been about community. Nobody, and I mean nobody, can ever say that David has not been about community. It is my Achilles heel. It is my Achilles heel. Because I get excited about community. I get excited about the prospects of bringing people together. And then I jump in, and then 7-8 days later, it's cooked. And I'm the only person left in the goddamn fucking community. Total value of this wallet is $841,529. I got white bulls all over the place. I got 5 white bulls or some shit like that. I actually also looked. I actually had currently on Pump Fund, there's like fucking 90,000 white bulls. It's crazy. There's like fucking an enormous amount of white bulling going on. But I've said this. I've said this multiple times already. I said this multiple times. Hold on one second. People are trying to call and I can't get them through. Number one, whatever I decide, if you're a part of the white bull movement and you believe in me, if you believe I'm a leader and I can go ahead and get this done and we can go ahead and bring back the vibes to crypto, then keep that same energy. Keep the same energy that you got right now. Because all I've heard from everybody is that whatever David decides to do, that's where we're going to go. That's what I've been hearing. And I've heard that from day one, and I've been hearing that forever now. Everybody's saying whatever David does is what we're going to do. Whatever David decides, that's what we're going to do. You know why? Because whatever David touches, there's a high probability of it doing well. That's all I heard. I heard that nonstop. Ultimately, it'll be my decision. Nobody else's. Because I want the best chance of winning. And when I say winning, the best chance of bringing back what was once a thriving ecosystem. And I'm going to do that. And not everybody's going to be happy. And that is just what it is, man. That is life. But number one, like I said before, and I'm very transparent when I talk about this, I got to make sure that I'm good. And what I mean by that is I'm putting my brand on the line. When I do something like this, and I know the energy that I bring, and I have all my network, I know what I have and who I can reach out to make us seen. It only comes down to me. Even though, as you move forward, it becomes bigger than the person that initially started the charge. At the end of the day, I got to make sure it works. I'm not going out I am not going to lose. And if I'm going to fail, then I know that at least I've given myself, or I've given everybody 500%. And I went the right way about it. And I always got to say this. I feel like I got to say this all the time. I never chose a ticker. I never chose a CA. White Bull, love it. White Bull movement, love it. but I never chose anything. And I've been telling everybody to just be patient. So from every sense, I've done everything possible to be a communicator and communicate the right messages. But where are those people now? Where are those people? Are you just lazy and just watching the show and not typing? Or did you disappear and chase the new thing on Robinhood, on Base, on BNB? Because I didn't go ahead and say or call anything. I see you. Matt, I love you. Matt, I respect you. But when you say, these are the lines that I'm trying to clarify. And this doesn't mean anything. When I say this, don't read too much into it. But when you say, and this is the problem, this is the message that I'm trying to get across. The community already chose a particular thing. The rest will fall into place. Respectfully, this is what I'm trying to say here. And this does not mean, again, don't read into this, but David chooses. David will choose because David's putting his brand on the line. David Gokhshtein is putting his brand on the line. David Gokhshtein's going to be out. David will choose the right course. And if the community respects him, they'll follow. And what I mean by follow is you'll be a part of a greater mission along with me. Do we win? I don't know. That's in God's hands. I don't know. What I can tell you is I'm going to work my ass off. And I expect everybody else to work their asses off. We're in it together. And at the end of the day, it's what I say all the time. Bottom line is, it's in God's hands. We can only go ahead and put in the effort. We can only put in the effort. Anyway, this is what I have in my wallet now. 1 month and some change in. I haven't called anything, haven't done anything, all I have is said what I've said every single day. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to strive to bring back what is ours. Fuck KOLs, fuck the influencers, fuck the cabals. Respectfully, I am not a part of any meta. I am the meta. I am momentum. I don't give a fuck. I do it on my terms. Because I'm doing it for the right reasons. Win, lose, or draw. And I think I'm a really good builder. I think that I'm a really good builder. So we shall see. Anyway, I didn't take no calls. Even though the calls were coming, I didn't take no calls. Because I wanted to get that off my chest. I wanted to get that off my chest. And look, missing calls. I ain't going to call people back now. Look at that, missing calls. Sorry, man. You know what? If you want to call back, call back. If you want to call back, if you're watching, you want to call back. And I feel bad. I'll bring you on. I'm sorry. It's like fucking 9 missing calls right now. Welcome to The Breakdown. Episode 762. Sponsored by Midnight. Also sponsored by Polymarket. Also sponsored by Cake Wallet. Go to gmarkets.io for the latest information when it comes to crypto and the markets. You can also go to Gokhshtein.com for the latest news. Whether it's crypto, TriFi, sports, politics, whatever it is, you can go get your news there. Also, you're looking to up your brand. If you have a personal brand that you feel like, hey, man, I could take to another level, I'm talented, I don't know how to go about it, you can go to GokhshteinPR.com. You got a product that you need to put out there, Don't know how to put it out there, though. Don't know how to explain it to the masses. Gokhsteinpr.com. Gokhsteinpr.com. We got a lot more. 3, 4 other products that are coming. 3 or 4 other products that are coming out. At this point, man, I can't believe I missed 9 calls. I missed 9 calls. Sad. Sorry, man. I had to go on a rant. Anyway, it is 2:22 p.m. ET at this point. I'm going to go outside. I'm going to get some sun. I'm going to go work out. Allergies are, I don't know. Knock on wood, I think it's getting better. But at the end of the day, I really do hope you win. Hope you guys win. Hope everybody wins. That's it. I'm in the point of at that point. I'll tell you this. I'm at that point because people ask me, hey, like, you know, there's things out there. You don't mention them. And I'm like, yeah, I don't mention anything now. It's me just focused on what I'm doing. And and I just don't want to, I don't want to mention anything because of anytime I mentioned something, it just like, it backfires. So like, I'm not here to mention anybody's thing, though I wish everybody a ton of success. I just got to make sure that I get my shit together. And I get my products working for my audience. Which I have, obviously you guys have tuned into me from the start. Some have tuned into me just recently. You know, I've been grinding away for a really long time. So, yeah, I'm excited. Very excited. A lot of people are going to get caught off guard. For those who support me, and for those who support a movement that changes the way we operate in crypto, welcome. Welcome. I hope you have some fun. I hope you're ready. Because we're about to go ahead and do something that's going to be crazy. We're going up against VCs and institutions and cabals and fucking influencers. We're going up against a bunch of people. And they got money. They got money. But do they have... Here's the thing. They can have all the money that they want, but do they have people that are unwilling to go ahead and give up? Do they have people that are ready to run through a fucking brick wall? Do they have that is the question. I doubt it. They don't got a foundation. They don't got somebody like me. They don't got that electricity. They don't have none of that shit. Anyway, I love you guys. I've gone overtime. I'll be back here tomorrow. We have more guests. We have guests lined up this entire month, next month, the month after. We're going to do some phenomenal things. And we're going to do it together. Leaders have to make decisions. Leaders have to make decisions. Sometimes tough decisions to make sure that we win long term. And that's what I'll say. Sometimes you got to make decisions in order to win long term. That's the bottom line. I'm a win. I'm a winner. I don't see any other way. That's all I see is winning. That's all I fucking see. That's all I see. You can't be a successful person. I watch people and I'm amazed. Because a lot of people say, oh, this motherfucker's way too confident. What makes him so confident? Who the fuck steps on the basketball court saying, well, you know what? Maybe I'll score a point. No. When I played hockey and I played against some really good competition, you know what? I said, I'm the motherfucking best to step on this fucking ice. I ain't second fiddle to anybody. I'm a dominate. I don't go into this shit. I gotta have this mindset. And I don't understand why people don't appreciate it. People are turned off by it. Well, maybe it's a you problem, not a me problem, because I'm here to win. I want to dominate. I'm here to like you imagine that you're just gonna go step on a basketball court and say, you know, I'm gonna just be a participant. You imagine you swim and you're like, oh, I'll come in last, but I'm just fuck that. I'm coming to win. And I got that Michael Phelps mentality. I don't look back at my competition. I don't look at competition. I'm looking straight forward. People sometimes think, oh, he's screaming, he's angry. I'm not angry. This is what you don't know. You never had it. This is called passion. I'm passionate about what I do. I get to look in the camera and you can see if I'm lying. I look into a camera and you can see if I'm fucking lying. That's the difference. You can tell by body language if somebody's full of shit or not. And I'm here looking at you. I'm not on Spaces where you could just hear a person's voice, but you can't see their facial reactions. No. I'm live and direct. I just want to participate. I want to dominate. Conor McGregor, when he was in that mindset, when he was on welfare, when he was living paycheck to paycheck, when he had his girlfriend helping him out, he was going into the octagon. I'm the best. I'm a whip ass. He changed the UFC because of that. The UFC has forever been changed because of Conor McGregor's mindset, his winning. He believed, he envisioned wins. That's the Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. I will name you killers right now. They weren't liked. Michael Jordan wasn't liked. Kobe Bryant wasn't liked. Steve Jobs wasn't liked. Nobody who is super competitive and trying to build and trying to dominate will ever be liked. So I'd rather not be liked. And I'd rather have it down the line, years down the line, people say, you know what? That motherfucker was an asshole. That motherfucker just was ruthless. But he came to play. He came to dominate. And you know what? Through his domination, we all became better, and the space was better for it. So I'd rather live with that than to be everybody's fucking friend, okay? To bend the knee or bend my knees or just like fucking participate and say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, that's not me. That is not me. That's not how I'm built. That's not in the DNA. That is, I am a winner. Even when I lose, I win. That's how I look at it. Even when I lose, I win. Bottom line. So this is not me screaming. This is passion. This is what I bleed. For any builder that out there that's building, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. This is how you feel. And no matter what is said, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, it's what you think. And your opinion is the only one that matters. That is it. Deion Sanders, man, said it perfectly. Your opinion of me is not the opinion that I hold of myself. And that is it. So if you take anything away from this show today, is that you guys can dominate if you wanted to, if you really wanted to. There is something, just something in this world that you felt like being great at, you could dominate. The mindset. That mindset, not, I don't want to say not giving a shit about people, but not caring about what good, bad, or indifferent what people have to say about you. It's what you have to say about yourself. Bottom line. Thank you very much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll have, like I said, we have more guests lined up this month, next month. I appreciate everybody showing up. I don't appreciate TikTok for limiting my visibility again because they think that I'm playing unoriginal content, which is the commercials, which I'm allowed to play because they're me and the goddamn fucking commercials. Anyway, God bless America. Land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her. And I'm out. There we go. United States of America representing. Socialism, communism does not work.
Digital assets. Is it better to move money at the speed of light? Do everything?
People are greedy when they also try to acquire gold. I am here providing electricity and that energy that is necessary. I'm the modern day Tony Stark.